Good morning, soldiers. This is Sergeant Merrill, and today we're going to be learning a little bit more about me as we finish up the second part of our 30K Q&A. Alright, so I've given part 1 a couple days to sit there on YouTube and gather questions. So I'm just going to be scrolling through it and pretty much just answering any question I see in the comment section. I'm going to try and keep my answers short so I can go through as many as I can. So let's go ahead and start with the first one here. It says, Sergeant, have you ever been in a gunfight in a war? No, I have not. I've not been in a gunfight. My position, as I talked about in the last video, which was a public affairs specialist, certainly put me on the front lines a couple times, but I was never in an actual gunfight. So, what can I say? It didn't happen. I wasn't going to go searching for it, though. Next question. What do you prefer, cats, dogs, or hippopotamus? You know, I'm one of those people. People say you're either a cat person or a dog person, but I grew up with cats and dogs, so I don't know. I guess I'm more of a dog person because my wife is allergic to cats. So there's that. Next question is, do you know any amazing chili recipes? I don't know why this came out. I guess because people know that that I love barbecue, but actually no. You know, I need to work on my chili recipes. I haven't had chili or made chili in quite a long time. Next question is, this is a good one. What do you think of gay people in the Army? And this is one of those things that it's like everybody already dealt with it when they were in the military. You know, I mean, people outside of the military think it's this huge deal, but I served with quite a few people in my time in the military that I knew were gay, and everybody knew they were gay. And it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a problem. It's only a problem, really, if they're douchebags. And what happens is the command uses that as the reason for kicking them out. If you are a good soldier, I never saw an instance in which someone who was gay and was also a very good soldier got kicked out just because he was gay. Didn't happen. Unless he was just like overly blatant about it, in which the command had no choice but to address it. But now it's not an issue anymore at all. So yeah, I think gay people in the military is fine. That's their lifestyle choice, and you know, as long as they're not flamboyant about it and smacking people's ass in the showers, I don't see an issue. Next question. Someone asked, what is the hardest part about being a parent? Well, there's a lot of difficult things, but I would say the hardest part is when something happens or is happening to your child that is outside your control. That's the hardest part. Like if they get sick, you know, or something that I'm dreading. It actually recently happened in its own way. Is other kids being mean to my child? Because I can't control that. It's not like I can walk up to the child and smack him across the face like I want to. But it recently happened. My daughter was playing in this like group little playground, you know, at this shopping center, and these other little kids were being mean to her. And I'm like, the other kids were only like 3 years old, but I literally wanted to treat them like they were adults and smack the shit out of them and be like, what the fuck are you thinking? So that's the hardest part. Stuff happening to your child that's outside your control. Next question. And this is another good one, and I want to make sure I don't spend too much time on this, but someone says, are you still intending on making BF3 videos? And then they talk about how they subscribe to me for BF3 videos, and how they're a little upset that the main focus right now is Call of Duty. And, you know, there's this really big divide between Battlefield and Call of Duty. And I'm not a part of that divide, guys. I play both games. I started with Black Ops on this channel. I moved into all sorts of different games. Battlefield 3 just won my heart. Just kicked Modern Warfare 3's ass, and I decided to go with that game as my main focus. And now Black Ops 2 is out, and I'm really enjoying getting into the weapons on that game, doing videos on them. And I kind of like to think that the videos that I'm doing doesn't really mean you have to like the game. I think it's interesting looking at the weapons in Black Ops 2, especially since a lot of them are also in Battlefield 3. So I don't think there should be this huge divide with you guys, because in a couple months we're going to be on the other side of the coin. Battlefield 4 is going to come out. I'm sure a couple die-hard Call of Duty fans are going to be upset that I'm moving to Battlefield, but I think you should just open up your mind a little bit more than that, and you just might enjoy the gaming industry a little bit more. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Let's move on to our next question. And this question is probably one of the best out of the bunch. This guy says, how has gaming changed after becoming a father? Man, how much time do I have? Yeah, it changes quite a bit, guys. Some of you have been with me from the very beginning, before I even had my daughter. It's kind of crazy to think how much I've changed since then, just as a person. But as a gamer, I've changed quite a bit too. And I have advice, a lot of advice. I could make a whole video out of this for new fathers and how gaming is going to change for you. But it involves managing your time much more smartly. And you can no longer be selfish with your time. So whereas before I would stay up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning, playing a video game just because I could. I didn't have to work the next day. I could just chill in the house, relax. I could be selfish like that because I wasn't responsible for someone else during that time. And when you become a father, that changes. So a lot of your gaming habits need to change. It doesn't mean you need to give up gaming. It just means you need to be more smart about it. And that when you do get the time to game, you need to be very productive about it. Especially, if you're making videos like me. Before I used to play, and if something happened while I was playing that was worthy of a video, boom, I had my video content right there. And now it's kind of more planned than that. Now I think in my head, I want to do a video on this. I'm going to try while I play to get content that would help out, like as B-roll for that video. So it changes quite a bit. Maybe I'll do a video on my own about this, on its own about this, because it is quite a topic. And I'm sure a bunch of other fathers out there will agree. But let's move on to our next question. Someone asked, what is your first name? My first name is Jason. I named my son after myself, but it's not quite a junior. His middle name is Michael. My middle name is Adam. So he's not a full junior, but I guess we could call him junior if we wanted to. Anyway, moving on to our next question. Why did I join the Army? I think I've done a video on this. I think you guys are going to have to look back if you want to see the answer to that. It's quite a lengthy answer, as it should be, because it's a very serious decision. So let's move on to our next question. Do I currently have a job besides YouTube? I have I have a lot of hats in this family. YouTube does pull in some income, but it's not a lot, guys. Some people think that we YouTubers get paid a lot more than we actually do. And believe me when I say that I am not doing this for the money, and if I was, I'm out of my mind. Because the amount of time that I put into YouTube does not equate to the amount of money that I receive from it, not even close. So I do pull in some income from YouTube, but I reinforce it with my company, Merrillworks. It's a media production company. I serve as a project management system to a lot of freelance designers, and we help out a lot of YouTubers and startup companies with web design and development and stuff like that. So I do make a good amount of income from that, and just as, the cherry on top, I also attend school and collect my GI Bill. So when you combine all three together, I'm living, rather comfortably. Now, I'd love for YouTube to become my full-time job, but it's just not there yet, and it probably might not ever become there with the way things are looking with CPM rates and changes with machinima. And I think I'm okay with that because I would do this anyway. Like I said, if I was doing this for the money, I'm out of my mind. So to quickly answer your question, my job is YouTube, Merrillworks, and school. That is my job right now. Once I finish up with school and my degree, we'll see what opportunities I have out there, especially to work from home. That is something that I truly enjoy doing. I truly enjoy being around my family and my kids. And so that would be the opportunity that I'm looking for. And it's also what makes YouTube so appealing if it ever turned into a full-time thing, is that I'm able to be with my family. You know, I make my kids lunches every day, and it's something that I want to be able to continue to do. So that's my job right now, but it may change in the future. Let's see. Next question. Merrill, do you like Xbox, PS3, or PC? Everybody should know I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm also a PC guy. You know, there are some games that come out on the PC that you just can't get on console, PlanetSide 2 being one of them. So I'm both of those. As far as PS3, you know, I never owned a PlayStation. And that's just the way it happened. When it came to my parents buying an Xbox or a PlayStation, they bought the Xbox because it was like the big thing that just came out, and so that's what happened there. So I am an Xbox and PC guy. Next question. I think we're rolling up on the end of this video. What is your favorite foreign-made, not American firearm? There's quite a bit, man. Quite a bit of firearms that aren't American that I'm a huge fan of. I could talk about, how about I just say my favorite manufacturer right now, and it's probably Heckler & Koch. They make some awesome weapons. Them and Beretta, you know, they make solid designs. So there you go. I think that's just about all the questions I'm going to have for this video, guys. I wanted to keep it around 10 minutes. Obviously, it went a little bit over, but that's okay. This has been really fun, guys, and I'm really glad I was able to answer a lot of y'all questions. I really hope this helped you learn a little bit more about me, and I think I'll be hosting another one of these again, maybe when I hit 50K subscribers, or more if things speed up. But I really did enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed it too. But that's all I have for this video and this question and answer series. I'll see you guys later. This is Sergeant Merrill out here.